Good morning. Bitcoin is crashing. Let's get into today's live stream because there are a lot of interesting things that we're going to talk about here today. The topic of discussion essentially is do not panic, stick to your plans. Now, this is a make or break it moment for a lot of people because many people in this last pump entered into the crypto market or realized that they were too sidelined. Now they're having fear because we are seeing the first large pullback since the initial large pullback that lasted all of 8 months earlier this year. This is nothing. And if I'm going to be completely objective here, the circle was drawn here for a reason back in October. I mean, the prophecy needed to be fulfilled. The magnet needed to be drawn in. What's going on, everyone? A lot of exciting things here to talk about today. I'm going to name a few projects which I've been paying close attention to that I think should be on your watch list. These projects are not decentralized science. I know it's going to be concerning. I know people are not going to be happy about that. But at the end of the day, DeSci only makes up like 75% of the portfolio. The other 25% of the portfolio you need in stuff that is not just decentralized science. You can be as bullish as you want to be about something, but you need to have a little bit of safety in those portfolios so you don't panic during moments like this. Good morning, C90. What's going on, Beagle? Zaj is here. Happy to see you, MK. Zach's here. Landon's here. Beagle, I already read your name. Spec Truth, good afternoon. Markets are ugly. That is for sure. MJ's over on the X live stream. Bullish. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Steve the Canadian. John Smith says Noble blocks with a rocket. I don't think Noble's been rocketing anytime right now, but we'll talk about all of that and more. Yeah. My portfolio is 99% DeSci. That is conviction. Crazy. Hype is a great project. All right, let's get into it. So, yes, everyone make sure that you like the live stream. This is very important. You need to like the live stream. We're going to go through kind of strategies and how to play 2025 because honestly, this is a big moment for a lot of people. Now, last cycle, it was around this time, back in 2020, that I full ported my entire stock position, my entire stock portfolio into the crypto markets. And if we go back at that moment, we were experiencing a little bit of a dip in Bitcoin. It was right here, right? So we had seen that like big push up, and then we saw a massive crash, and I saw us starting to climb out of it, and I full ported everything during this next rally. And so I think we're about to go through a very similar phase of the market where we're having a nice little pullback after everyone was like, oh, it's finally here. We're finally going to $10 million per Bitcoin. Everyone buy on max leverage. It's like, no. It's in moments like these that you look about buying in max leverage, but you need to make sure you have a strategy and a plan so that you don't get wicked out with the liquidity events that happen like this. Because ultimately, this is not a crash. This is not a crash. Bitcoin's down from peak to trough. Bitcoin went down 15%. That is literally not even something to get out of bed over. It's just that it happened quickly and people are panicked because the government's going to shut down and because we're going to war with people and because things just don't look amazing. And it's like, all right, dude, like literally the government shuts down once a year. We go to war 24/7. Nothing has changed. Literally nothing has changed. And in fact, this is healthy. Believe it or not, if Bitcoin just goes straight up, it's going to come straight back down. You need to have the stair-stepping pattern where it goes up and then down, and then 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 up and then down. The thing that is a little bit concerning for people is the Bitcoin dominance is also skyrocketing. And I understand that. That one makes a lot of sense. The dominance we were hoping would get rejected aggressively, but today it went all the way up to 59.9%. So it is still climbing back up. For being objective here again, very reminiscent of what happened right before the massive altcoin season before in last cycle. We were seeing a large downtrend in Bitcoin dominance, and then right in December of the halving year, we saw dominance start skyrocketing and then falling off a cliff. So it's the same story over and over again. One of the things that you need to be comfortable with is the cyclical nature of the markets. While in the short term, day to day, things can get a little jarring and switch up back and forth for you guys, don't get wicked out of your positions. That is the main driving factor here. Do not get wicked out, especially not right now. Bulls are climbing the stairs. Exactly. Tuna sold a kidney to lock more Bill. Speaking of Bill, and then I want to showcase a couple of the different projects that are out there that I'm paying attention to, which I've not talked about on this page before. You saw size. Poseidon was climbing up nicely. Bill Nye down at an $800,000 market cap again, 1.7 FDV. It's kind of fun because the last time we were at an 8.4K market cap, I think we were much, much lower in token price. And that is because we are at 49.58% of the total supply locked up. If we get 100,000 more tokens locked up for Bill in the membership portal, we will be at 50% of the supply voluntarily locked up. There's currently, in valuation, there is more value in the membership portal than there is in circulating supply. So that is actually a crazy thing to see. And that is why the circulating market cap continues to not really crack a million while the token price continues to skyrocket. Like FDV at 1.7, meaning token price is going up, but actual circulating market cap, which impacts the price more, is going down. So you're getting cheaper and cheaper Bill because everyone keeps locking it up. It's crazy. Honestly, gorgeous. But year-end sales to lock in losses for IRS filings and then rebuy in January. I know, especially Spec Truth, because in crypto, they have not made wash trading illegal yet. They will do it eventually. But wash trading is when you sell, let's say you sold Bill Nye right here, okay? And then you bought Bill Nye back in right here. And you successfully basically shorted it, but you sold, locked in your profits, and then bought back here. For more, that would be considered a wash trade, and the IRS would make it so that you didn't really have this is a bad example because usually people don't wash trade like that. But in wash trading, you sell something for a loss, you lock in the loss so that you have a tax write-off, and then you buy it back in immediately again, and then you lower your cost basis on it, but you locked in a loss for tax harvesting. You can do that in crypto. You can't do that in stocks. In stocks, you have to wait 30 days to buy something back again. So, interesting little tidbit there. Lots of things converging all at once. Now, the government looks like it's shutting down. So on Friday, the government is going to likely shut down. And it is explicitly because of this bill that they tried to pass. So they tried to pass a funding bill for about $1 trillion. I think it was like 800 billion or something. It was 1,500 pages long with random things thrown into there. For example, Congress, people who were working for the government, Congress, were going to get a 40% emergency pay raise up to $200-something thousand per year, which is insane. They also put on page 750 that anyone who was injured by the COVID vaccine would not be able to get any compensation from the government, despite the government mandating the COVID vaccines. And then a bunch of other random things that they just tossed into the bill. And so the Doge came in and said, nah, let's cut this down. Let's get people to remove and propose a new bill that is more applicable to what is actually needed. And it went down to 150 something pages, and everyone was like, hey, what happened to my pay raise? And so they're going to shut the government down. And let's be real, people panic, generally speaking, people panic about the government getting shut down all the way until it actually gets shut down, and then things start bouncing because they realize that the government gets shut down literally once a year. And on top of that, we're going into Christmas. You think the government's working right now anyways? The government is shut down during the holidays regardless. This is stupid. But it is what it is, right? Been harvesting organs the last 2 weeks. Step up your game, Thuna. Damn, MJ's calling you out, Thuna. Ah, Spec, you are here with a secret. Very true. The trick to avoid wash trading will be to trade under an LLC. Damn, okay. Market's redder than a Diddy victim. Zach, I don't think that you have the Diddy membership. I could be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure Zach does not have the Diddy. Zach, do you have the Diddy membership? Can anyone confirm or deny Zach's Diddy membership status? I know MJ has it. On that note, I've decided, because I've honestly, on a very real and serious note with it, You do have the Diddy membership. Okay, I won't put you in timeout then. On a very serious note here for a second, I've been like mentally in a turmoil over the fact that we make so many Diddy jokes and there's so much like joking about something that's actually quite serious and quite fucked. And so I decided last night when I could not sleep that the way I was going to justify it in my head and to justify it, everything that happens, right, is that all of the money that is from the YouTube channel. So I've made $175, it looks like, from ad spend, and then all of the memberships that you guys have done, which has been crazy. You guys have been gifting memberships like crazy. We got 2 Diddy memberships, but like the membership gifting has been off the walls. $111. It's like a $3 membership. All of this money I'm going to go donate to an agency or an organization or something that helps with victims of either human trafficking, child abuse. Like, I have not decided exactly which one to donate to, but then all the money can go to good, and we can make light of a really shitty situation with the jokes, but I want to put it all towards something. But yeah, I know it's growing, right? Look at that. Lifetime's 280. So all of this and whatever else comes in from now till the end of the year, probably now into perpetuity, just donate. That way I can feel better about it and sleep well at night. Cause I was honestly up late last night thinking about it. Yeah. And maybe if you guys want, I'll put together a wallet and you guys can also make independent donations. Cause I think of this money, YouTube takes a cut of it. So YouTube would be taking from the children, and that's just wrong. But we are optimists. We always find the good in the bad. Exactly, Don. To be taken serious, it should be something else, maybe affiliated with Bill. Oh man, it is growing nicely. Thank you, Beagle. Yeah. So that's some good information. Plus, a little pro tip to you guys. Okay, by making a donation, you can actually use it to not pay as much to the government in taxes. So not only is the money going to go to a good cause, it's not going to go to the government. So I'm going to take the money from the government and give it directly to where I want it to go, rather than have the government act as a middleman taking all of it away. You know what I mean? So it works out beautifully. It's still going to pay the money, right? I'll still pay the taxes, but instead of paying it to the government, I'm going to pay it directly to where I want the money to go. The little hacks that make it so that the rich in the world don't actually pay any taxes is because they actually just put it right into the spots that they want it to go. Not everyone, obviously, but we're going to do that. Now, you guys are here for real alpha. Just bought a bag of Dynex, bullish. So the 3 coins that I really want to focus in on today, again, they're not 100% DeSci, but they are big players that I think provide a lot of safety. So the first one up, you guys have seen Josh talking about it. This is Arkham. Arkham, you can think about it like the Palantir for crypto. They do deep forensics into blockchain, and they even posted something about how Trump has been buying the dip. So if that doesn't give you a little bit of confidence, Trump put $2.5 million worth of ETH buying the dip aggressively, bringing it up to 50 million. Damn, C90. W, let's go. 5 more gifted memberships. Let's go, C90. Love that. Love that. It's funny because I don't even know that we have, I think you gave gifted memberships to Chris and OG here, but I think that's it. Everyone else is already a member in the chat. Let's go. W. So does that mean new people, as they come in, will they get membership status? That's going to be funny. You guys are gifting memberships. We don't even have enough room for any more. But to everyone panicking about the dip, Donald Trump's buying the dip, $2.5 million in USDC, straight into Ethereum. That's nuts. He only paid $43 for it too. That's kind of cool. Damn, nice. I like that. Let's help others. Let's go. 3,000 ISK. Sheet. Oh my God, Zaj. Oh my God. Let's go. Let's go. Yeti's the only one left. Zaj is now a member. Bullish. Yeti needs to get here. Somebody message Yeti. Tag him in the Discord. I'm going to sneeze. Damn it. Damn it. Fuck. Now I got to sneeze. It's 20 euros. What currency is ISK? Icelandic krona. Bullish. Okay. I had to avoid the ear rape. Let's go. Thank you, Zaj. Whoever gets the money is going to love it. Love it. Yeti. They're tagging Yeti. Let's go. Okay, so Arkham is what I wanted Blocks Solutions to become. I have not given an update on Blocks Solutions in many, many, many months. Nobody has really been asking about it, so I think everyone's probably in tune with what's happening, but the company failed. Any money that was raised for it was given back to the people who gave the money in, and while it's super shitty, and I honestly am very disappointed in it, hence why I've not changed my profile photo yet, it is fine. It is what it is. If I was still doing blocks, I don't think I would be able to be doing Bill. And I think Bill is enormous. The opportunity here for Bill is absolutely enormous. But nonetheless, Arkham is what I wanted Block Solutions to be competing with. Arkham is a very, very powerful analytics tool, and they have a token attached with it. It is a $500 million market cap, so it is much, much bigger than anything that we normally touch. But I do think that this is not going to stay at this low valuation forever. I think that this is something that could easily 5x plus, meaning it'd be a multi-billion-dollar market cap. And I honestly think that might even be a little bit FUD, but I want to remain a little bit balanced and level-headed and have some good, and have some good balance to the portfolio, right? So I've not added it yet, but I will likely be adding it soon. Yeti, that is actually hysterical because about 20 seconds before you joined, the last 2 memberships were gifted out to DeSci and Beagle. I don't know why someone is named DeSci, but welcome to you too. C90 gifted 5 memberships, and there were only 3 people in the chat who were not members. And so we were like, go get Yeti in here now. He can be someone who joins and then gets the membership. And quite literally about 10 seconds before you joined, the last 2 memberships were gifted out. Okay. C90 just gave another 5 memberships. She WC90. W. Did Yeti leave already? Let's try again for Yeti. Someone gift me one. El Sir. It's not giving any of the memberships out. Sits back to C, still no membership. Why is it not giving any of them out? That's funny. Give me a gift, man. God, that's crazy. The chat revenue right now is at $21. So that $21 plus the 2 gifted sets of memberships is going all into the donation to make justification towards the Diddy jokes. So just so everyone who has joined after the fact is aware, that is the decision that I made last night at like 3 in the morning because I couldn't sleep. Truth has a membership. Boa has a membership. Bullish. Let's fucking go. Yeti, you have to allow gifts. Click on the bottom at the top message board. Okay. Bullish. Now, before I continue onwards with the next project that I do think is golden for the portfolio, I want to showcase a 2024 crypto year in review video. So this is, I'm going to play it without sound because I want to talk and hopefully they just have text over it. And we're going to, of course, play it at 2x speed because we don't have time to watch a 3-minute video. But Bitcoin at 42,000. Of course, there's no text. Damn it. We'll watch it. You have to turn that on so you can receive gifts. Yes.
About the specifics of anything. I think.
And we must turn volume up.
It's just an example of the pent-up interest in crypto. And we are hearing from clients around the world about the need for crypto.
Can you guys hear the music? Probably not. I don't see that you guys can hear it. Damn it.
Like gold for crypto. I believe crypto will play that type of role as a flight to quality.
It's not as fun if you guys can't hear it. Now I just look stupid. Aw. CZ goes to jail and Bitcoin stops going up. Ethereum also gets the ETF. Yeah, you do. Damn it, guys. In June. We all remember that. The fight. And then he got shot and everyone realized Bitcoin was going to go up. Once Trump got shot, the election was over. That was funny. There's so many things here. Basically, it's been a really good year. And so the fact that people are panicking right now is kind of ridiculous. The fact that anyone is panicking about what's been going on in the crypto market is actually ridiculous. Like, this is what we just went through since the end of 2022. It's just been nothing but up and to the right, and people are going to freak out. Where have you been? Why is everyone's cost basis so high up? How are you possibly getting liquidated? We've had 2 full years of nothing but going up. How are people getting liquidated at these prices? How is your cost basis not somewhere around here? Even with buying all throughout this, you should have been buying down here too. How is it possible that anyone is getting liquidated at these prices? You got to be some kind of dunce. You got to be some kind of dunce to be getting liquidated right now. Especially like right before the historic just up, straight up moment in the crypto cycle. How are you going to get liquidated at this point in the cycle? It blows my mind. Because they all bought recently. Exactly. Because no one's paying any attention to what actually matters. Pay attention to the long-term trend of the markets. Understand economic models. Understand all of the necessary information. Understand projects that are utility driven and fundamentally undervalued. Arkham, I think, is one of those projects. Eagle AI, they're going to be announcing some crazy news here in the next 24 hours or so. And it is wildly undervalued. It's been pushing up to all-time highs consistently despite EAI. Despite the market having a pretty good pullback, Eagle AI is up 15% today. It's just continued to just push higher and higher. It is a good, strong AI play. Genuinely. Octaspace. Yeti's going to be excited about this one. I just had an entire interview with Tariq from Octaspace. This chart, gorgeous. $44 million market cap. It is very, very powerful. And they have an entire marketplace for applications, and they integrated in Dynex so that Octa is quite literally one of the only projects out there that you can go to their marketplace and get access to Dynex's network. Dynex has the world's strongest compute network, which puts it on the list as well. This Dynex right now going down like this, down at 23 cents is nothing short of a miracle. Honestly, this is wildly, wildly undervalued. My price target on Dynex is $100 and it's sitting here at 23 cents. That is a 400x for it to get to $100. And I do very firmly believe we're going to be seeing that. It was a fair launch. The whales have just continued to tank the price. Fundamentally, it's gotten nothing but stronger and stronger and stronger. They have Yeti keeps teasing me little updates of what's going on behind the scenes, and it is mind-numbing to see what's actually been going on behind the scenes for Dynex. This thing has been getting better, faster than anyone could. This Dynex has been getting so good that the conversation I had with Yeti is the other day was that they can't showcase all of the benchmarks that they've had because people simply won't believe how powerful the network is. So they're rate limiting their own network to show it off so that people will actually believe what they're saying. How ridiculous is that? It's beating the records by such a large margin that they actually have to rate limit themselves because people just straight up don't believe what they're saying. But the proof is in the pudding. The people, the universities that are onboarding, the companies that are onboarding, the people who are actually taking the time to look into it are all understanding what it is. These are projects that I would not ignore. Firmly would not ignore these projects. Eagle AI, Dynex, Octaspace, Arkham, and then of course Bill Nye, the DeSci guy, our AI agent with 620 followers. Truly, what is coming for Bill is gonna make everyone's head spin. World's first titles Bill is gonna be holding. Genuinely insane. And of course we have all of the DeSci projects that are continuing to make strides, leaps and bounds. The index fund for all of the bioprotocol DAOs that they're launching, all 8 of the projects, including a research hub, and the 3 more that they're going to be launching here in the next couple months, including rare diseases, long COVID, and a quantum biology DAO. Never before has anyone created a quantum microscope which can actually impact biological processes. They're working on it. They're currently working on it. And the index fund bioprotocol, there is a vote going on right now for people. So anyone who has been paying attention to DeSci likely owns some bio projects. Go vote on this protocol and make bio liquid so that we can have that next large leg up for the DeSci markets. This is going to bring in a disgusting amount of liquidity. This is the project that but Binance Labs invested into within Decentralized Science. This is going to draw a lot into the market. So go vote. In my opinion, make it liquid, but do whatever you want for your vote. If it passes, on December 23rd, then we'll have 14 days for bio to become liquid. Who bought the dip? You're damn right, Jonathan. Who bought the dip? Who bought it? Coach Ty's talking about Pinlink and Parallel AI. Pinlink has been going nutty. I've not paid any attention to it, but that's fine. I missed Ondo, bro. All good. Honestly, there are a litany of projects out there. You did not miss anything. There's always something to pay attention to. The thing I showed you might be ready for testing very shortly. Might get a few of you guys to do some beta testing for Dynex. Let's go, Yeti. Let's go. Let me go ahead and pin that message. Do Lake review, please. Of course. Of course. Data Lake also just had some crazy news come out. Data Lake. The main takeaway I want for you guys is to understand where we're at. Have your plan ready to go into the new year. I listed off 4 or 5 different projects here. There are so many more that I pay attention to that I think are gems. These are just projects that I wanted to showcase to you guys for a minute or two here, but find your projects that resonate with you that you can hold through the dips, right? For example, just this is my project, right? So it's easy for me to understand it. But for example, I know what's happening with Bill behind the scenes. And I'm paying attention to a close enough level that like I can see this big crash of 44% happen and not care in the slightest. You know what I mean? The projects that you hold, you should be able to sit through downturns in the market and literally not give a shit because you understand what's happening. I want each and every one of you guys to have that level of conviction. And that means you have to build out your thesis behind the projects. You can't just blindly follow people. Build out the thesis as to why you think something is going to happen, and then revisit that thesis in moments in which the market is turning down. And if when you revisit that thesis, you no longer believe with the same conviction, move on. It's okay to take the loss because you don't want to be stuck holding projects that are not going to perform well. That is something you need to really wrap your head around. There's opportunity cost in the market. I just want to quit my job with Dynex. L, sir. Same. Truth, Truth, how about I tease it even harder and drop a screenshot in the Discord? Yes, please, do it. Drop a screenshot. I have a private Discord. That investor knows he sits in there. I know. I just got to see that your private Discord the other day. I'm going to drop a teaser in your Discord. Bullish. Let's go. Everyone in the Discord's about to get a big teaser here. She loading up on Bill. Bullish, Don. I'm tester number 1 here, Yeti. Where do I sign up? Drop it like it's hot. Everyone will sign up for that. Everyone. Oh my God. Oh my God. He dropped the teaser. He dropped the teaser. Am I allowed to say anything about it? This is a good teaser. Can I pull, Yeti, do I have permission to pull it up on the live stream, or shall I just leave it in the Discord and funnel people into the Discord? The link is in the description. Where did the eggplant emoji come from, guys? Why is there a lotion bottle? Who did that? Dawn? Dawn did both of them. What the hell, Dawn? Mods! Mods! Show it here. This is bullish. Very bullish. A new reward mechanism? I have to get Yeti's permission. He dropped it in a public Discord, yes, but there's 35 concurrent viewers right now, and only 20 of you have liked it, which means only 20 of you deserve to see it. So we need to have the 35 likes if you guys are expecting for me to pull this up. 38 viewers, which means we need to have the 39 viewers, which means we have to have the 39 likes in order for me to pull this up. I'm sorry. I don't make the rules. I simply enforce them, right? Just like with our Bitcoin call, with the circle that we drew back in October. All right. I don't make the rules. I'm just here to enforce them. And unfortunately for everyone who thought we were just going to go up only for Bitcoin, we had to come down and visit the circle before we could continue that upwards trajectory. Now, I didn't think we'd see it like this. I thought we'd see a little bit of a slower climb and then end the year in this circle, but so be it, you know? It's okay. We ended up going way higher and then came down, which provides more liquidity. This was a much more bullish way of getting to the circle, is you overshoot it and have a pullback, because now that where the circle was going to be a little bit of a top, now the circle is acting as a little bit of a support. Bullish. Yeti has disappeared from the chat. Check your Discord link. Does not work anymore. RIP. Are you sure? Are you sure? Oh, it's hidden because I'm live. Can someone else pull the Discord link and put it in the chat? Please, por favor. There you go. Thank you, C90. Gracias. We're at 25 likes. Let's go see. Probably shouldn't go to the studio. Also, yesterday, so today was the 201st live stream. I don't know if you guys saw it, but I'll like it. We got 26 likes now. If we can get up to 30, I'll show you guys. If we can get this to 30 likes, I will show you guys. Yesterday was the 200th live stream on YouTube, which is hundreds of hours of going live to build out this incredibly powerful community. So that is incredible. I am incredibly grateful for each and every one of you guys. I will not forget the days where we were just having 1, 2, 5 viewers in the live stream, but we are finally at a point where we're hitting a good stride with people. Again, 200 live streams is kind of crazy, and that's not including the hundreds of live streams that happened on Instagram and TikTok before they banned my TikTok. And honestly, the live streams over on X, I've been, over the last like 3 years, I have been live for probably close to 1,000 hours, which is pretty nuts to say out loud, but that's what it takes to get here. That's what it takes. Bro, out of the box idea, you should accept calls for a fee like Coach Ty. That would be awesome. That would be pretty cool, actually. I just am hesitant to give personalized financial advice. I would be down for stuff like that, Jonathan, and I really do like the idea to give out paid calls so that I can help you guys out, but I'm always hesitant to give personalized financial advice. Generalized financial advice I'm happy to give, i.e. the name of this live stream, Crypto Winter or Opportunity. I firmly believe that we are in a prime moment of opportunity. Only 26 likes. You guys really don't want to see what Yeti teased, apparently. That's all right. I'm personally under the belief that this is a prime opportunity, not the return of crypto winter. I do not think this cycle is over. I do not think the cycle is over, but this is rather just an opportunity. I want you guys to make sure that you have a firm understanding of what it is that you're doing. So you need to have your plan set up, because 2025, whether you do it at the beginning of 2025 or the end of 2025, it is very important that you understand that 2025 is the year we're exiting the market. Okay? Get that through your head. The year I'm exiting the market. You do what you want to do, but 2025 is the year I'm exiting the crypto markets. I will exit almost 100%. I'll probably exit like 90%, maybe 85%, because I want to keep moonbags just in case I'm dead wrong with it. And this is the golden super cycle that never ends, but ultimately it's going to end. And I don't want to be the one holding as we go down 95% like Landwolf here. I want to be the one who's sitting with a disgusting amount of cash. It won't be cash, it'll be bonds. I'll be exiting into the bond market, but I want to be the one who's sitting with a disgusting amount of cash by the end of 2025. So get it in your head now and develop your exit strategy, develop your plan. I do not think it's time to exit the markets right now. In fact, I think this is literally the final moments to be entering the market, but you should already have most of your bags built out. It's just a matter of redistributing them in your highest conviction plays. My exit for Noble, Jonathan says, my exit for Noble is 50 cents. Axon will be $3. Last bull run, I lost 10,000 because of greed. Last bull run, I lost, I think like 60 grand because of greed. It was funny because last cycle, I got my entire account, which I entered into the market with $6,000. That was everything I had. I entered in and I full ported into crypto, turned it into about 100 grand and only managed to pull out like $35,000 of it. The other 70 grand or whatever it was, I rode all the way back down and actually lost it because the companies that I was using, the centralized exchanges, went bankrupt. And so I lost all of the money that I had on them that I did not pull out. I'm not doing that again. And it's funny because now at this point in the cycle, like this little dip that we've had here, this little dip in Bitcoin where it went down 15%, my portfolio dropped by how much I had in total last cycle. And I'm very much just numb to it. Like it doesn't matter. It's very irrelevant what kind of drop we have. It's crazy to think that I could lose my entire portfolio value from last cycle and be like, this is a goofy little silly dip, guys. This is nothing. This is genuinely nothing. But that's what happens. 6,100K. Did I hear that right? Yes, you did, Elser. Yes, you did. It was glorious. It was really fun. And honestly, I didn't even go as degen as we are this cycle. Like this cycle, if you go look through my portfolio, I don't really hold anything more than like $100 million in market cap. There's very little that I hold that's over $100 million in market cap. Last cycle, I didn't touch anything under like $600 million in market cap. So we are completely further down the risk curve with an order of magnitude more money. 5,000 to 500 grand. You damn right. This cycle, we're going even crazier. This cycle is going to be even crazier. Okay, 2 more likes and I'll show you guys what Yeti was talking about. Are you bullish on Hempy? I am very bullish on Hempy. I know that the chart looks disgusting and it's just unfortunate that they launched right as everything just went to zero basically. Like Hempy is the IP NFT from Valley DAO for hemp-based textiles. They're going to use an enzyme to make hemp softer so it can compete with cotton. And they also have a mascot, which is an AI agent for their Hempy token named Hempy. And yeah, I scooped some up yesterday. It is unfortunate that they launched the project. They launched the token liquid in the worst day for Bitcoin in many, many weeks, many months, honestly. And so it just went straight down. But I think this is a cook for sure. Elser, this is quantum nodes. These are dedicated resources. There will be an Apollo chip ends up inside of. These will be where Apollo chip ends up inside of. All right, let's see. I think we're at the 30 likes threshold, so I will show it to you guys. Nope, 1 more. Sorry, guys. Again, I don't make the rules, I just enforce them. But I mean, look at this. Bitcoin, even right now, Bitcoin is already seeing that rebound. So let's go to the Heikin-Ashi candles to get a more clear depiction of the trend. So this is definitely a red trend. We entered into, on the daily, red Heikin-Ashi candles. On the weekly, Bitcoin is still in the green zone for Heikin-Ashi, but do not, like, we could be in something like this right now where we get a big pullback before another leg up. That's more indicative of what I think we're in right now, is this kind of a pullback before we go up. But the Heikin-Ashi candles, we're still very clearly on a weekly time frame for Bitcoin in a strong bullish trend. Let's go. We have the 30 likes now, so we can do it. The next cycle, 500K into 500 million, right? That's the goal. I mean, being a little bit transparent with you guys, as you guys know, I love transparency. This leg, I added a 0 to my portfolio. This leg, I added a 0 to my portfolio. This leg, we're in the middle of adding a 0 to the portfolio. So we've done a 10x and then a 100x. And so we're getting into hopefully to the 1000x for this cycle, right? We're playing it right. Things could not be going more beautifully. And I'm not at all concerned with this pullback that we're having right now. Now, let's pull up what Yeti teased in the Discord. Can you guys see this? So Yeti just teased a screenshot of something he's been working on, which he already said here. This is quantum nodes. These are dedicated resources. These will be where the Apollo chips end up inside of. So these, just like all DePIN projects have their nodes online to help support the system, the network, these are quantum nodes. So it sounds like he's teasing a little bit of insider information for Dynex, something they've been working on for a while here. But if anyone is not aware, we saw that Apollo, or not Apollo, Willow, Google. So Google recently unveiled their quantum chips, which have, I did a whole thread on it actually, so we can go read my thread. Nobody really, I don't think, understood or enjoyed the thread that I did here for the quantum chips, but it is very insightful, and I think it's important that you guys hear it. So we got 3,200 views, which is pretty good. But last week, Google unveiled their quantum chip Willow. Most of you have no idea what quantum computing is or what it'll be used for. Allow me to simplify it and tell you where to pay attention. So Willow is something that was 105 qubits. So Google's Willow chip is an impressive yet measly 105 qubits. Qubits are the quantum equivalent of bits for classical computers like the one in your hand or the one that's powering the screen you're playing right now. I'll explain that in a moment, but understand that 105 qubits is more powerful than all traditional computers combined. Now, Google themselves have said that the Willow chip is only usable for 100 microseconds at a time. So it's little flashes of use. It's just that if you do these flashes back to back to back, you can have a very powerful computer, which they benchmarked Willow, this quantum chip, against traditional computers, and a process that would take a traditional computer 10 to the 25 years, Willow was able to do in 5 minutes. So that is the enhancement speed that we're seeing from these chips, okay? Willow, 105 qubits. Dynex, next year, is to be launching a 1,000 qubit chip. It's a simulated quantum, it's simulated qubits, but they function the same. They have the same use case. They still work. There's multiple different ways to do quantum computing. Dynex is doing one that allows them to scale quicker than anyone else. And I want you to also understand 105 qubits, while that is very powerful, again, like I said, it is more powerful than all of the traditional computers combined. 1,000 qubits is 10x more powerful, but not just 10x more powerful, because you scale logarithmically, not linearly when you're adding qubits. So all that with a measly 105 qubits. I say measly because the record for quantum computing is held by Atom Computing with a 1,225 qubit computer, which they just released this year. And the record for distributed network of simulated qubits is Dynex with a 10,000 qubit compute. So Dynex did a computation of a bunch of different vertices, and they were able to get 10,000 qubits simulated in their thing. So it's orders of the network is disgustingly powerful. 10x will be crazy. Yeah, disgustingly powerful because we have 100 times more powerful Dynex's network is than the Willow chip. And this is on a logarithmic scale, not a linear scale. So it's disgusting. But what even is a qubit? I will read that in Musil. I will look into supramusil after I finish this thread here. But W's in the chat from Musil. WWW for donating £2 to child victims of stuff that Diddy was accused of. What even is a qubit, you ask? I'm trying to make this as simplistic as I can so that everyone can follow, because I understand that most people don't know what quantum computing is. But a bit is a 1 or a 0. It's either the electricity's flowing or it's not. It's the most simplistic, the smallest form of information that you can have in a computer. It's 1100101100, right? That long string of numbers, those are bits. And then you have the accumulation of bits into megabytes. I know it's not megabytes, it's like kilobytes and then megabytes and then gigabytes and then terabytes, right? As you get more and more bits together, you need bigger and bigger words to describe these accumulations of bits, but bits is the foundation of it all, right? Qubits is the same, but for quantum computers. And so we're seeing the genesis of a new type of compute with quantum computers. What this is, what makes it different is that a classical bit, you can only have a 1 or a 0. A qubit does both at the same time, thanks to something called superpositioning. So you can have a 1 or a 0, or you can have 1 and 0 at the same time. Now, what does this mean on a practical sense? It means that a qubit is like a series of normal computers running in parallel. Because you can do both 1 and 0 at the same time, it means that you can do computation at the same time with different outcomes, right? So the example that we got from Yeti in the Discord server, the private demo, was like a giant complicated maze. Because a quantum computer can run multiple simulations, essentially multiple computers at the same time. It's not exactly, but it's the best example to wrap your head around it. The Dynex can solve a really complicated maze almost instantly, compared to a normal computer would have to have send one little guy running down the maze. He gets stuck. They restart with a different solution. He runs down the maze, gets stuck. He has to go back to the beginning of the maze and run down the maze until he finds the proper exit. And that could take a very long time. Quantum computers, it's like you send a little army based off of how many qubits they have. You send a little army of people out all at the same time. One of them will get to the end of the maze, right? That makes sense? So think about this. Because of the superpositioning, a quantum computer should be viewed as multiple classical computers running in parallel to each other. A 2-bit computer can have 4 possible outcomes. These, 00, 10, 01, 00. A 2-qubit computer is capable of running all 4 states at the same time. Got it? I'd be dyslexic. There's 8 bits into 1 byte. Yeah, it's a lot. It's complicated, but thank you, Dawn, for posting that in there. That is a good resource for people. Jonathan says, I got 8K in crypto. Is it enough to reach 100K in the bull? If you play your cards correctly and we have a cycle that's similar to last cycle, yeah, it is, Jonathan. It is. That's just a 10x. Well, it's like a 12x, but that's very, very, very attainable. Okay, cool. Now that we understand this, what the fuck does it matter? And will it make your YouTube videos load quicker? No, it won't. But it does allow for computations to happen quicker. So, i.e. breaking encryptions, i.e. running mazes, i.e. loading freight trains so that it has the most simplistic aerodynamics, or loading an airplane so that it has an equal distribution of weight and none of the packages will shift during flight. Or, I don't know, running a language model so that it can learn and be up to date on everything that's happening on the internet all at once without having to take the time to process all that information. Instant processing. And what Yeti just leaked here is the infrastructure for the quantum nodes for their network, because next year they should be launching their own chip to compete with Willow, but it's not really a competition. It's more of a slaughter fest. It's like, it really is no competition. Got it? Get it? Good. Dynex, baby. Okay. Supra Labs. Yeah, Dynex almost at 51,000 jobs performed for the month is crazy. It's crazy. We were at like 2,000 at the beginning when we first started looking at them. The fact that they're already at 51,000 is nuts. 2K holders in Psy. Wow. Yes, Psy hit 2K holders. It's gorgeous. Don says this is good for beginners. Yeah, this is good. Watch up, read up on some quantum computing stuff because that is the next paradigm of excitement for people. So definitely read up on it. Get knowledgeable because it's going to happen quick. The last thing I said about on my thread is I would not ignore quantum computing because if you wait for quantum computing to have its ChatGPT moment, right? AI, no one was paying attention to artificial intelligence until they had the ChatGPT moment and it made it clear for everyone how powerful AI was. By the time quantum computing has its equivalent to the ChatGPT moment, it will be too late. You won't have time to learn about it. And I don't say that lightly, right? I do not say that lightly. By the time quantum computing has the ChatGPT moment and the masses realize what's happening, you're going to be too far behind the ball, honestly. You need to learn about it now. There he is.
There's something that
there he is, a little clip. That is Druth from Blockchain Basement. Now I know most of you guys know him because that is who gave my channel the shout out in the very beginning, which got my first few viewers. C90 came from there. That's the only person I really remember from there. But a lot of you guys know of Druth from Blockchain Basement. He is a really great guy.
Jeff Bezos from Amazon says that there's something that we'll always want. They'll want faster. They want their goods faster and cheaper, right? And so the same applies to most things in software, but also in distributed systems and internet, right? We want the faster iPhone. Jeff Bezos from Amazon says that
not really profound. Not gonna lie, that was kind of stupid. I mean, intelligent for sure, but not like new. Not really useful. You know what I mean? That's just like a common sense thing. But build super dApps on the all-in-one Supra L1. Okay, a new L1. L1s are so difficult to gain market share in, but they have clean graphics here. Reminds me of Render. They might be able to get good marketing down. And I mean, they were on Mario Nafal there. Mario Nafal was right there, rather, I should say. Testnets. ICO. Supra is now available for trading on multiple exchanges. Supra. $255 million market cap. This is going to have to be very powerful for me to want to pay attention to this thing. And a little bit of alpha for anyone who's watching this deep into the video. A little bit of alpha for you guys. Because constantly people are like, where can I trade something? Where can I find it? What marketplace is on it? What centralized exchanges does something have? This is alpha for anyone. If the coin is listed on CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap, you go to the page and you click on the Markets tab, and it will show you all currently supported liquidity pools, meaning Supra is on Gate, Bybit, MEXC, KuCoin, Moodrex. All right, peace alpha for you guys. Alpha. Beagle says I'm starting to get too many projects in my portfolio. Understood. Definitely. Me too. You want to use the next leg up because assumingly this is what you want to use this move upwards. So as Bitcoin proves that it is entering into a choppy territory, right? We're here on the 1 hour chart for Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is going to rebound here, and it's a matter of how high we rebound. Okay. So let's say theoretically Bitcoin rebounds up and gets rejected by these moving averages here and then starts coming down. In this moment where we're getting that rebound up, you're going to want to take some profits off the table on some of the coins that you have in your portfolio that you aren't really that interested in anymore. You want to clean the portfolio. Now, on the flip side, let's say theoretically Bitcoin does not chop here and we just skyrocket back up to fill all the liquidity that's sitting at 110,000. There's a lot of open orders in the order book for Bitcoin at 110,000. So if that happens and we see us go into 110K, you want to like maybe take some profits up there. You want to try and clean up your portfolio in a manner that is going to be conducive to what Bitcoin does. But definitely, like, if you're holding stuff that's just been bleeding and not really performing well in the market and you don't have that same level of conviction, then you can get out of it and just go into more conducive things for your thesis, right? Don't be afraid to shift. Supra equals Sol plus Link plus Layer 0. Ooh, okay. Backed by top investors. Coinbase Ventures. Nice. Okay. What's being built? What does their ecosystem look like? It's a Solana virtual machine. That's bullish. So they have a big list of dApps here, a big ecosystem. I mean, you guys know what I'm going to say. That doesn't sound like it's a DEX. It's a DEX aggregator. You guys know what I'm going to say, right? If you like Supra and you think it's going to perform well, you're going to want to look at the infrastructure plays that are easiest to understand. If their launchpad has a token, that's bullish. If their DEX, their leading DEX has a token, EVO. Their leading DEX has a token, right? Let's go to EVO. You're going to want that. You're going to want the beta plays on top of it. It's coming soon, so pay attention. That's how I would play it. So theoretically, I could eat my losses in XLM and get in on SUI while it's cheap if I'm quick about it. Nick, I can't give you personalized financial advice, so you need to be the one to make that decision. For me personally, I am significantly more bullish on SUI than I would be on XLM, right? So if your thesis is kind of adapting and changing and you're seeing that XLM had that pump and maybe it's time to revisit your thesis on XLM. Stellar lumens. Now, bear in mind, I have some stellar lumens in a wallet from last cycle, right? But it just had a crazy pump and it's starting to bleed. None of the pumps have ever lived, right? Bear in mind, last cycle, you saw stuff like this where it pumped up, bled for a bit, pumped up, bled for a bit, right? So it could be doing the same thing where it pumps, bleeds for a bit, maybe back down to 20 cents before getting the next pump up to $1 or something. Understand, it's up to you, but SUI is probably going to do more than just a double up here, right? Right? And SUI's having a big pullback here. What's the market cap of SUI? Someone rang the doorbell, but I'm ignoring them. Market cap on SUI is 13 billion already, so it is already pretty big, but XLM is at the same size. So which is going to outperform? Which has more mind share? We're trading right now. We're entering into the part in the cycle, and this is where I'm going to leave everyone off, okay? XLM is one of the dino coins, exactly. Small cap is the way, in my opinion, you should exit both of them for better, right? If you think SUI is going to do well, then odds are the leading DEX on top of SUI is going to do even better, right? You're going further into the risk curve for sure, but it's going to be smaller and outperform. Now, this is what I'm going to leave everyone on, okay? We're entering into the part in the cycle in which fundamentals are going to matter less and less and less. You want to have your projects that you put a big chunk of your portfolio into have strong, sound fundamentals. I don't really touch anything with size unless it has that strong foundation, but you want to shift into what is everyone thinking about, because sentiment and multipliers on top of those fundamentals are going to be more important to pay attention to. i.e., a good example is in the stock market, you have your profit of a company, but the company doesn't trade at a book value compared to the profit. The company trades at a sentiment-based valuation on top of it, i.e. the price to earnings ratio. So you might see 2, 5, 10, 100 times the multiplier on top of the profit. So you want to find those strong fundamentals and look at what is going to give you a stronger multiplier, because that's what's going to drive the value over the coming year. Pay close attention because those multiples are derived from sentiment. Sentiment in the market can be measured, in crypto at least, based off of the activity on X and in their private groups. So you want to go look and see what kind of narratives can you ride, what kind of narratives are going to draw the most attention in these cycles. And SUI is kind of riding off of the narrative with Solana. Solana's riding off that meme coin narrative, right? So you want to pay close attention to that and find something that matches your thesis that you can see growing in sentiment. XLM, is anyone new going to be coming in and looking at XLM as like this giant mega financial instrument to replace all the banks? Truthfully, yeah, people are going to join in and think that, right? But the people with those are going to be the noobs who are coming in with little amounts of money, maybe $1,000, maybe $10,000. The people with real money are probably going to be looking at what is the next Solana, right? What is the next Ethereum? What is the next artificial intelligent agent that's going to be coming in and gaining market share in people's minds? That's what I want you paying attention to. So the choice is yours, Nick, but now would be an appropriate time for a rebalancing in the portfolio based off of your own theses. Speaking of time, time is your most valuable asset. Hopefully, this was worth investing your time into. I think it was. I really do. Develop out your theses, make sure it fits in your head, and don't get caught holding the bag. 2025 historically marks the end of the cycle. People are going to panic when price goes down, and they're going to say we're in a super cycle and price will never go down again when price goes up. Get comfortable with the cycle, and I will see you guys in the next video. I'll be in the chats. I was trying to think because I think I'm going to be on a plane on Monday, but we'll see. All right.